Hey y'all, Amy P. McIntosh here. We just came off of a 21-day fast, and the Lord really blew my mind over the last 21 days in terms of where I'm going and what His will, by leaning into His will, what that means and how He really will take care of all of your needs. So right before the fast, the Lord told me to walk away from a very large contract, a very large client of mine. And when I mean large, I'm talking about a client that was going to take care of all of my finances for 2023. And the Lord told me to walk away from this contract. I didn't understand why at the moment, but I did hear Him very clearly, and I decided to walk away. So entering into the fast in January, I was already kind of like, oh God, I'm hesitant because I'm a business owner. I like to solve problems. I like to get to it and figure out how I'm going to take care of my things. But God was telling me, hey, I need you to quiet and settle and just be still for a moment. And so I did that. Whenever I started the fast, I had a conversation with someone about a new business venture that I was thinking about doing. And in this conversation, the Lord immediately spoke to me that what you're seeking, you will not find. And I thought it was the enemy because I said, you know what? That's not what the Bible says. It does not say what you're seeking, you will not find. So that led me to actually go look at the scripture to see what the actual scripture says in terms of seeking the Lord. And so when I went to discover what the scripture actually says, it led me to Jeremiah 29 that talks about you will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. And so hearing that, I immediately knew that God was telling me I needed to seek Him instead of seeking these other opportunities with partners and with people that I was meeting. He wanted me to lay things down and seek Him. And so what I did, I laid it down. I said, you know what, God, I'm laying it all down. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to try to figure it out. But over the next 21 days, I need you to take care of all my needs. That's all I said, and I let it be. So I did write down a lot of things that I was wanting to lay down before the Lord. I wrote a lot of things on the board. My entire 12-month plan was laid out on the board, and I said that, Lord, I am going to commit these things to you, and that's what I did. Of course, you know, as we go through the fast, there were challenges. Every single day, it was a challenge for me to really lean into what God was saying, laying things down. It's not easy for me to just lay things down. And so I continued to read scripture and really search for the Lord through scripture so that I could feel a little bit of ease around what I was actually doing. And something that the Lord spoke to me during my discovery as well was Psalms 37:4, which talks about taking delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. So He immediately revealed to me through Psalms 37 that I, again, needed to delight in Him, in what He was doing, instead of searching and seeking these desires that I have within my heart. God was actually saying, hey, you have to put me first so that He will provide the desires and show me and give me the desires of my heart. Right before the fast ended, I actually received an email about a grant I had submitted. I didn't really think anything about it because I had been submitting grants all of 2022. I think I submitted like 50 and had been told no multiple times. So when I opened this email, I was already expecting to see a no, honestly. But to my surprise, I actually was one of the recipients of this grant and won this grant. And it actually doubled the amount that I actually was seeking in my nonprofit to fund my nonprofit for 2023. And so that's one blessing. The second week, right before the fast ended, I actually got a call from a client that, I won another contract in terms of my for-profit where I was receiving what I walked away from back in December. I am receiving double the amount that I walked away from. I'm receiving double in this new client that I did nothing for. I did nothing, literally received the call on both terms. I received this call doubling the amount that I was seeking. It doubled in terms of me just leaning into the Lord and really delighting in what He was doing in my life versus me trying to pursue my desires on my own. So what I'm learning, after I read the verse around taking delight in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart, the part that we usually don't read is the bottom half of that talks about committing your way to the Lord, trusting in Him, and He will then do all of this. That's what it says in Psalms 37:5. And then it also says, be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes, because see, God knows all things. And that's what I'm learning, and that's what I have learned in the 21 days that we fasted. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you in hopes that you will also learn to keep your eyes fixed on the Lord, living a fearless life, knowing that his will always be done.